Behind the concerns of fans, a wave of no less heated controversy also arose. Many are beginning to question, is it true that Jungkook still has privacy? As a public figure as well as one of the most famous global stars, many feel that his presence at the mall, even in these conditions, is a natural thing for public consumption. However, this opinion clearly clashes with the views of the ARMY, who are loyal to protecting the privacy of the idol. They judge that Jungkook is also an ordinary human being who has the right to live his life without having to constantly be the object of attention. "Have we gone too far as a society?" wrote one soldier in a Twitter thread. "If it is true that he is in the mall for his personal business, why do we feel entitled to know? Why do we always demand more from someone who has given everything to the world of entertainment?" But on the other hand, there are also more critical voices. Some feel that this lack of transparency is fueling unhealthy speculation. They demanded clarification from HYB and consider the agency was not doing its job properly to protect Jungkook from any wild speculation that developed. "This is not about protecting privacy," said one commenter. "It's about giving certainty to the public. If there's a threat to his safety, do we not have the right to know? Do we have to keep speculating without direction?" HYB, the agency that houses BTS, also did not escape the spotlight. In recent years, they have often drawn criticism for being slow to address issues involving the privacy and safety of their artists, including Jungkook. The case reopened an old wound. Did HYB really have a strong enough system to protect their artists from external threats such as Sasaeng? Or are they more busy maintaining the company's image than prioritizing the safety and well-being of their idols? "We've seen this many times," wrote one entertainment journalist in his opinion column. HYB always responds late, both when protecting BTS from rumors and real threats. Jungkook is their biggest asset, but how can they allow speculation like this to flourish without giving any explanation? However, some parties also defended HYB. They believe that the agency must have had good reason to remain silent and not release an official statement. "Maybe they're investigating the situation," said an ARMY official active in the online community. "We have to give them time." Don't forget, HYB is not just an entertainment company. They also deal with many parties, including the military. One of the most controversial elements in the case was Jungkook's status as an active military member. In South Korea, violation of the rules during conscription is a very sensitive issue. Jungkook's presence at the mall, if he is indeed on active duty, could trigger widespread criticism of him and those who gave permission. "What made him leave his job?" asked an online forum user. "Is it special because she is a celebrity? What about other soldiers who don't have that luxury?" However, some military experts state that an exit permit during conscription does not actually violate the rules, as long as it is given with clear and valid reasons. Jungkook may have obtained permission for personal matters or medical reasons, a former military official said in an interview. But if the reason is not explained to the public, it is only natural to raise question marks. As always, social media is becoming a new battleground for fans and haters. In the midst of concerns for Jungkook's safety, not a few took advantage of this situation to launch harsh criticism and even personal attacks against the idol. "Jungkook should have known that as a celebrity, his every move would be watched," wrote one Instagram user who declared himself not a fan of BTS. "If he didn't want to be in the spotlight, maybe he should have chosen a different path in life." This kind of comment sparked great anger from the ARMY, which immediately flocked to defend Jungkook. They considered the comments not only insensitive, but also showed a lack of empathy for the pressures Jungkook faced as a public figure. "She didn't ask to be treated like this," replied a fan in the same thread. "He just wants to live a normal life, even in the midst of his military obligations. Why do we keep blaming him for something that is beyond his control?" As time went on, the pressure on HYB to give an official statement grew greater. The public wants to know, what really happened to Jungkook? Is the Sasaeng threat real? And more importantly, is the star safe and secure? However, until clarification appears, speculation will continue to grow. Whether it's about his military status, the issue of assault, or tight security at the mall, every element in this story fuels an increasingly heated debate. To be sure, this case is not just about a global idol scene in a public place. It's also about how we as a society understand the boundary between privacy and the public's right to know. And amid all this, one thing remains the main focus: the safety and happiness of Jungkook, who may now be more at risk than ever. Hashtag asterisk is Jungkook really protected? Asterisk as the issue of safety came into the spotlight, many began to question whether the protections afforded to Jungkook, both by HYBE and the authorities, were adequate. Previous Sasaeng incidents involving direct threats at Jungkook's residence show that despite his continued surge in popularity, the security system surrounding him still appears to be rudimentary. When it comes to Sasaeng trying to break into his house, it's a big warning, said a celebrity security expert in Korea. In such a situation, the company must take drastic measures, not only to protect its artists, but also to provide a sense of psychological security. However, the reality is not so simple. The existence of Sasaeng is not a new issue in the K-pop industry, and even with the best security systems in place, many celebrities still continue to be obsessive targets. In Jungkook's case, this threat feels even more real because of the global influence it has, which has made him a target not only for obsessive fans, but also people with other bad intentions. It's not just about Sasaeng, said one netizen on an online discussion forum. When someone reaches a level of fame like Jungkook, he becomes a symbol, and that makes it vulnerable to much more complex threats. Hashtag asterisk issues of inequality in idol protection asterisk. The case also opens a wider discussion about how other K-pop idols have faced similar situations. Many began to compare the treatment Jungkook received with other celebrities who may not have had similar protection. This is a real injustice, one commenter wrote. Jungkook may get more protection because he's part of BTS, a group that generates billions of dollars for his agency. But what about other idols who also face similar threats, but don't have the same power to ask for protection? This opinion led to a larger debate about the responsibility of K-pop agencies to the safety of their artists. On the one hand, there are those who believe that companies like HYBE are already doing their best by providing extra protection for their most valuable artists. On the other hand, there are those who feel that this focus has precisely created an injustice in a system that is supposed to protect all artists, not just the most successful. Hashtag military, celebrities, and social injustice asterisk. There is also the sensitive issue of how Korean celebrities are treated during military service. Jungkook is not the only celebrity to face intense scrutiny during his military service, but due to his status as a member of BTS, everything related to him is always zoomed in and taken center stage. If it is true that he got permission to go out on a personal matter, it will trigger a big reaction, said a local journalist. Many Koreans feel that celebrities get preferential treatment during military service. And in Jungkook's case, the issue will get even more heated because he is a symbol of the younger generation. However, BTS fans categorically refute this assumption. They believe that Jungkook did not get preferential treatment, but rather that he was just serving his military duty like everyone else. We must remember that Jungkook is also human, an army officer wrote in a viral post. He served his military duty with full responsibility. If any permission is granted, it must be in accordance with applicable procedures.